How you doing? Another comment from Chris's comments. Show of common sense on common ground. I don't want to start off real diligently with the common sense part. We got the Kabul airport, the evacuation of Afghanistan. There's complications with it. You know, you got Taliban attacking citizens in the middle of the evacuation. They're attacking our allies. They're attacking us. They're attacking our allies. And to top it all off, it started right from day one, right when it's as early as April, when Biden said he wanted to make the move right there and have it all complete by September 11. They've been under attack by the Taliban from day one. Citizens and us with our allies, instead of just letting us leave, which sort of brings me to what all of these spokespersons are saying. You know, they're coming up with a whole crap load of excuses, because these attacks have led me to the question that the differences between their political promises and their actual actions. You know, you got a spokesperson, Mujahid, who said the leader, Mullah Baradar, represents one version of the Taliban. Now, Baradar was one of the founders of the Taliban. He was captured in 2010, released by Trump in 2020, supposedly for peace talks and all this stuff, especially for us when we evacuate by this year. Okay, but the spokesperson for the Taliban is saying, well, he's just a representative. He doesn't have any actual power, not compared to the military, which is an entirely different creature altogether. The military faction, the control of Kabul has recently changed from hands of one section to the Taliban of the Haqqani group, which is the worst of the Taliban. Okay, so that's an excuse. That's an excuse. The Taliban leader, the one that claimed everything, should be peacefully done. Turns out, according to the spokespeople, that the Taliban leader, he's nothing but a guy. He's nothing but a dude. You know, in accordance to what the spokesperson is saying, the leader of the Taliban is just a leader of a little group. No, he's not really anybody to listen to. And yet, he was released during the Trump administration for the peace talks. Now, if he wasn't anything like that, what the hell was he doing out there? Why are we even listening to him? And, what is it with them? Or why don't they just still stick to the agreed plan? After all, the Haqqani malicious group that's very angry and all this other stuff, that's the worst of the worst of the worst, sir. Where were they in the talks? Where were they when we were supposed to be getting peace done? They were nowhere. Another leader named Massoud warns of civil war in Afghanistan if power sharing talks aren't agreed with. Okay. One of the others, I forgot his name, says there will be consequences if the U.S. delays their withdrawal. Did you get that? While one leader says, he's going to have peace talks with the U.S. for us to have an evacuation, another leader says there's going to be consequences if there's any delays. And this guy is is no differently than Zabihullah Mujahid, who said that Baradar is nothing but a representative. They're in full denial of the door-to-door, seeking journalists, reporters, closing schools, kidnappings. They're in full denial of all of that. They're saying that the consequences for the delays, if there's a delay, it'll create mistrust with America if the delay evacuation is delayed for more time. Okay, now, obviously, that's sort of mute, given the fact that they're already attacking from day one of the evacuations till today, till the day that we actually do leave. So how are they not in mistrust with America if they're not even giving us a chance to actually walk out? If they're not giving us a chance to actually take everybody with us, if they're not giving everybody a chance to take everybody with us while closing schools, kidnappings, going door to door seeking any U.S. supporter, okay? How in the name of God is this supposed to be agreeance to the peace talk? You know, there'll be consequences because it may cause mistrust if we're not out by August 31st. How in the world is that already not mistrust? Taliban are claiming U.S. supporters helped kill their own. Our people, here, quote, our people suffered a lot, but the past is past, and now we want to focus into the future. Now, if that was the case, you wouldn't be closing schools, you wouldn't be doing kidnappings, and you wouldn't be going to door, searching for any supporters of the U.S. and the U.K. You know, if that was true, that you're ready to move on, that you really don't want any of this conflict and stuff. That's a bunch of BS. They're complicating our evacuations. Okay, and there's a point to this. Concerning all the Americans and the haters here in our own home country. Taliban claims they will not stand in the way of those that want to leave if they have correct documentation. Do you get that? Do you get that? Pulling a trump card? They got to go over there legally. They got to go over there. They got to go over there legally. They got to be vetted in. Okay. But they don't want to get in the way of anybody leaving. You see the conundrum? You see the two-faced bullcrap that's going on right now? Oh, that same guy that said that is the one that said, hey, he repeated the consequences line of what the other guy said. Of what Massoud said. Okay. This leads to the point. Politicians and rhetoric media, propaganda media, whatever side of the aisle, political aisle you're on, claim that we lost Afghanistan and we're going to fail in the evacuation. Now, currently, at the time of this recording, it's August 25th. So we're not out of Afghanistan yet. Okay? Plus, more efforts are being done to complete the evacuation. Like getting more commercial planes to pitch in and pulling people out. And this is all being done with nobody's help. Now, don't get me wrong, France and Germany and all the other people of Europe, they're sticking to their guns, they're sticking to their posts and all that good stuff. But I'm talking about us here. Us here in America. Okay, you got a lot of people that are spitting and complaining and bitching and complaining and all this other crap, and they're not doing a damn thing concerning this subject. They're saying that we've lost and the evacuation is failing. We haven't lost anything. We just stopped bitch slapping the fucking country. You understand? They haven't had a plane crash into a building here during that time. No bomb has been set off. They've been too busy shooting at troops that have been getting killed by them by getting bitch slapped by our own army. There hasn't been any kind of train crash. There hasn't been any saboteur. There hasn't been a mustard gas leak, let alone any kind of anthrax or anything like that. Nothing like that has been done. Nothing. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. I do know that they're not helping anything. They're not helping in any way, shape, or form. There's no food drive. There's no blankets. There's nothing going on. There's certainly no money going into it. It's nothing but a bunch of spit and garbage spewed. Spewed garbage that's coming out of their mouths, out of haters' mouths. That's it. And I know it sounds really extreme in all this stuff, but if you step back and think about it, it's common sense way of thinking. It's common sense way of thinking, of taking a step back and looking at this. Chaos, destruction, failure, the shame. Is it really? Is it really? Because we've been bitch slapping the fuckers left and right. That we've been bitch slapping America, Afghanistan, for 20 years. Those old Taliban leaders aren't in power anymore. The ones that actually had the balls to come and pick a fight with us. The rest of the people are nothing but guerrilla tactic bullcrap, bullies of their own people. Okay? And they're trying to capture and keep everybody right now while we are trying to leave. They're complicating that so that way they can make the claim. So when they kill them, they can make the claim that they're the worst of the worst and they're the baddest of the baddest and that America ain't shit, which is total bullcrap. We've got commercial planes landing in the Middle East. We're getting people out. We're getting our people out. Okay? We're getting our people out while the Taliban are again closing schools, going door to door, looking for the journalists and the reporters that are exposing them. They're going to school. They're doing kidnappings. They're stopping children and families and all that from leaving, and then coming up with this babbling bullcrap. No. We left the past. The past. It's time to focus on the future. And we'd rather have people stay, but we will not stand in their way if they choose to leave, if they have correct documentation. That's the bullcrap that I'm talking about. There's some bullcrap going on. So you got politicians that are saying the evacuation is failure and all this other stuff, and yet at the same time, none of them have acknowledged the fact that the Taliban have been attacking civilians left and right. They've been attacking everybody that's been trying to evacuate with little no chance of letting them do so from day one, from as far back as April when Biden said we're pulling out. From as far back as April. It's August right now. And this comes down to the bottom line. Politicians that spit, or anybody that spits on what's going on right now, on the success of pulling out, on the success of pulling out people that are Americans, on the success of pulling out people that are U.S. supporters, UN supporters, all of them that are trying to leave. We're pulling them out. We're shipping them out. Some of them are supposed to be coming here to Texas, about 60-some thousand. Although there's rumors that that's not going to happen anymore, that they changed it to either El Paso or somewhere in Arizona, Phoenix, I think. I'm not really sure. I can't remember. Because it's still technically up in the air. Once it's official, that's when I'll get it down. But for right now, they're coming to Texas. They're not coming to Texas. They're being pulled out of El Paso. They're being brought here to San Antonio. You know, I don't know. It's been jumbled up right now. It's been very confusing for me. For me, because I'm just not in charge of anything. But that's the story right now. Everybody that's hating, that's spitting, that's looking down at this, that's going this and saying that it's all ruined and everything's done and all this other crap. Everybody out here needs to either step up and do something to where it's unfucked as they say it is. It's as unfucked, as no longer as fucked as they claim it to be. You know, even if it's a small part, even if it's a small donations or some sort, they need to do their part or shut the fuck up. They need to just shut up and let people, let our government and let our people do their thing in getting out. There's complications. It's stumbling enough as is. The last thing that we need is to hear some babbling bullcrap from people that are not only not doing anything, they wouldn't help in any way, shape, or form. Whether it be a normal person or all the way up to a position in power. To hell with them. Okay? Same thing that goes along with like China. Chinese propaganda right now. CCP is letting out all these news articles saying how everything in the West is evil, corrupt, and weak and soft by comparison to China. Okay, CCP is saying that America, they've been fighting Afghanistan for 20 years, and they got kicked out in 72 hours. Okay, that's how weak they are by comparison to China. Once again, we haven't left China. We haven't left Afghanistan yet. It's August 25th. We still have a few more days till the 31st, and we're doing it without anybody's help. We're evacuating everybody, and we're doing it all ourselves, even amongst the haters that live amongst us. So that being said, to hell with what China is claiming. Okay? To hell with what China, to hell with what Russia is claiming, to hell with what North Korea is claiming, to hell with anybody that's doing nothing but spit. To hell with them. We didn't lose shit. We just got tired of bitch slapping the country. And we haven't evacuated yet. We haven't been run out. We're evacuating. And it hasn't been a failure because we're still evacuating. So to hell with what everybody says. Okay? To hell with the haters here. To hell with the foreign powers that are spitting on us now. And that's the point that I'm trying to get across. Everybody out there claims to love our country can shut up. They claim to love our country, but they're not doing anything to help. Sit back down, shut up. And all the foreign countries that are anti-American and anti-capitalist, that are trying to use this evac as tools to their propaganda needs, to hell with you. And that's the show. To hear full, unadulterated comments, go to anchor.fm. Look for Chris's comments. That's where the radio version podcast is going to be saying everything that I just said, but with cuss words and no limitations and all this good stuff. I'm trying to be polite up here with this stuff, as polite as I possibly can. Because, it's just serving me no purpose to just speak my mind and just state whatever it is that I need to state in any way, shape, or form. Unless it's scripted and unless it's censored, then yeah, there's no point in coming to YouTube. I have to go to the podcast. But I did the best that I could for right now. I might have said a curse word, but I'm really not paying attention to that. I'm just trying to get everything out before the time is made. I'm actually on a timer right now. So that's Chris with Chris Comments. Y'all stay safe out there. We still got a Delta variant running around. Just keep on practicing. Stay hygienic. Keep up with your hygiene. Keep up with your masks. Keep up with distancing. And if you haven't gotten vaccinated yet, vaccinate. It's everybody that's not vaccinated and not wearing masks. You're the problem. You're the reason why we can't do a whole herd immunity. Complete this thing so that way we can go back to our normal lives. Stop being the problem. Get yourself masked. Get yourself vaccinated. Wash your hands. Wash your hands. And keep distance, okay? Keep as much distance with you as you can. That's it right there. Y'all take care. Have a good one. It's Wednesday, August 25th, 2021. Y'all take care. Chris out.